Hi there everyone. Today I have another very exciting chess game from the chess history from the Vienna chess tournament from 1898. This Vienna chess tournament was a very long, a very large and one of the strongest chess tournaments in the late 19th century of chess, or in the whole 19th century of chess, in the entire chess history of the 19th century of chess. So Pillsbury was almost going to win this tournament. He shared the first place with Sigbert Tarasch, and later they played a short match, and Pillsbury lost that very short match. So Sigbert Tarasch was also a force of nature, but we know that Pillsbury was not very consistent because of having some health problems, and because of that he actually died at a very young age. And in this chess game, because this tournament was very strong, his opponent was also a strong chess player, Herbert Trenchard, strong British chess master who had the black pieces with his amazing beard, as you can see on the right. So Pillsbury, the American chess legend of the 19th century of chess, had the white pieces. So let's see what happened in this chess game. The Queen's Gambit declined, knight to c3. And did you know that Pillsbury was one of the first chess players who played d4 actually at move 1? So knight to f6, bishop to g5, bishop to e7, e3, and knight from b to d7, knight to f3, and black castled, bishop to d3. So nothing so out of the ordinary. Both players are developing the pieces. So d takes on c4, bishop takes, and then c6. So more grip on d5, and Pillsbury also castled, b5, bishop back and aiming the king, a6, queen to c2 and aiming the king for 2 times, king to h8, and we have rook over, lining the rook with the queen. It could be handy, bishop to b7. So at the correct time, black wants to liberate his bishop and firing at the king. So knight to e5, and isn't this just simply damaging the pawn structure? And black goes for it. Knight takes on e5, d takes on e5, and then knight to d5. But watch this, bishop takes on e7, a very good positional understanding by Pillsbury. Knight to e4, even though he has a damaged pawn structure, this d6 square is going to be a very nice parking spot for the knight, and this knight is going to be a masterpiece. So f5, not en passant, Pillsbury is using this parking spot for his knight, and this move was better. So we have rook over, and then queen to c5. So we have bishop back, and it looks like a waiting move, and with this move Pillsbury is locking down this bishop as well. And he could have actually captured the bishop because the knight is also defending the queen. The knight is not going to be pinned if, I believe, capturing the bishop. And you can see that black has actually 1, 2, and 3 weakness, 3 pawn islands, backward pawns, and that potential simplified game could favor in white's favor. So that would be in white's favor because black has 3 backward pawns, but the bishop is protecting on c6 right now. So f4, solidifying the pawn. And black didn't know what to do, and black played a bad move. Actually, positionally speaking, white is much better in this position. So white also has some breaking moves such as a4 and then liberating the bishop, attacking one of those weaknesses. So in this position, black played queen to c7, and this was a mistake actually in this position. Can you see why? What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? This allowed a very cool tactical combination by Harry Nelson Pillsbury. Can you see the best move for white? What would you do? Thanks to the queen to c7, thanks to this bad move, we are going to witness a very exciting combination. And Pillsbury basically drastically punished his opponent because of playing one single bad move. Okay, bishop takes on f5 by Pillsbury. And if rook takes, of course, knight takes rook and white is winning. So pawn takes, but then eliminating one of the defenders of the knight, and there is only one defender left defending the knight, but that defender is a pinned pawn. Rook takes on d5 by Pillsbury. Very exciting chess. It looks like a heavyweight boxing contest. Pillsbury is attacking his opponent. We have rook to d7, and black actually panicked in this position, and everything is falling apart. If capturing the rook, not defending the queen, the pawn is pinned, bye-bye to the queen, and black can resign. White is winning easily. And in this position, after rook takes on d5, queen to e7 should have been considered, but white is better after rook to d4, and basically white is a pawn up with a much better position, and black has some weaknesses. As you can see, it is going to be over pretty soon. White is winning. So again, this move was a mistake because of bishop takes on f5, and then rook takes on d5 by Pillsbury. Rook to d7, black panicked. And can you see why this move is also losing? An unbelievable blunder actually. So maybe black wants to double, but actually this time disaster everywhere. Can you see the best move for white? What would you do in this position? There is a very important move that you have to see. Knight takes on d5 by Pillsbury, both attacking the rook and threatening, both attacking the queen and attacking the rook at the same time, threatening checkmate. Disaster for black. Houston, we got a problem. Queen to c8. If capturing the knight, anyway, I mean, it doesn't matter. Then queen takes rook, checkmate. There is also a back rank problem. So that's a discover attack to the rook. And if rook takes, again, we can take the rook, boom, checkmate. So knight takes on b5, defending the queen, but then everything is falling apart. This was a disaster for Pillsbury's opponent. And you will see the final moves of black, and I'm 100% sure I was not there. Of course, I needed a time machine to be there. I need a time machine, but I'm assuming that black was quite pissed off. Actually, his final moves indicates that he was actually angry. Instead of resigning, he played few more meaningless moves. We will get there. So can you see the next move of white? It should be easy. Look at the back rank problem again. Rook takes on d7, Pillsbury drastically punishes his opponent with a whip, like kpsh, kpsh. Sorry, I'm just kidding, of course. We have pawn takes knight. I mean, it's not hard to imagine what happens if capturing the rook. Queen takes rook again. So he outclassed his opponent. So pawn takes knight, but Pillsbury simply, he says, enough of this charade. He is exchanging the queens. Rook takes, doubling the rooks, threatening checkmate in two moves. So rook over, black is still playing. This is the position that I mentioned. If e6, I mean, this move indicates that black was angry, in my opinion. I mean, instead of playing e6, Pillsbury could also play rook to d8, and that's game over. After e6, black only then decided to resign. I mean, unbelievable. The possible continuation, 8-6, giving some air to the king, but then rook to d8, bishop to c6, only for fun, of course. These moves doesn't make any sense. And then rook takes bishop, rook takes, and then rook up. It's all over. The rook is pinned. Rook takes rook, and then we can take back and promote the queen. So did you see after queen to c7, bishop takes on f5, and then rook takes on d5, and then finally knight takes on b5. Look at this. Incredible. This was a massacre. And then rook takes on d7, and here comes exchanging everything, and that's all she wrote for black. A very brutal, a brutal, punishing defeat, miserable position for black. In the final position, e6, and black finally resigned. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more interactive chess games. Stay safe, take care, and bye bye.